I think we're live. I have no idea. I've never streamed on YouTube before. And so yeah, if you've just found this video, or if you found this stream and you don't know who I am, my name is Ant. I am a YouTuber, but in the travel niche. I make travel and cruise content, but when I'm not out on cruise ships, I'm actually, well, I play video games, a lot of video games. And I have missed live streaming video games, which was something I did right up until COVID. Ironically, that's when I stopped. But yeah, so I thought to myself, wouldn't it be fun to see if we get back into a bit of live streaming? So here I am on YouTube. Yes, so let's get into the game, because I know that right now I'm live streaming to nobody. So hopefully if you discover this, you want to subscribe to the video, you know what to do. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and then tune in for future live streams, which I will do in, I don't know. Honestly, I really want to put a schedule together, but we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, we're playing Ace Attorney. Just to let you know, I have never played an Ace Attorney game. I seem to own a lot of them, but I never got round to it, and I keep hearing about how good they are, and so I thought to myself, hey, let's give it a go. Let's turn off this amazing 80s music that was stream safe, because you've got to be stream safe these days. I don't know what the volume of the game is going to be like. We can pray that it's all good. I'm just going to turn it up anyway. And of course, you've got a health warning, because video games are bad for your health. Really bad for your health. Autosave. Really good. Can we have okay? Oh, I'll tell you why that's not working. That's why that's not working. There we go. That is very low. I'm going to turn it up in the thing. There we go. I think that's all right. So Ace Attorney, this is Apollo Justice, which is the most, I think this is the most recent one that got released on PC. And I haven't played, and I thought I would start with this one for, you know, shits and giggles. Damn, I don't think I was going to swear. It's not like I'm any closer to being monetized. So let's do this. Do you know who actually made me want to play his games? It was the Act Man. I've become a little bit obsessed with him, not in an unhealthy way, although it might be slightly unhealthy. Anyway, so I feel like I've completed him, as in I've completed every single one of his videos, and I only discovered him like 2 months ago. But the Act Attorney, and I was like, okay, now I need to play this game. Right, let's do a new game. So, cool. We're doing this thing now. I'm streaming. Oh my gosh, am I actually streaming? Episode 1, turn around. Did that say Trump? I was too busy looking at myself. Showdown time. You lose. Okay, this is like old Batman from the 60s. I'm loving this. I seem to be in a bit of trouble. Something like that. Dead. Someone hit me. Hit him hard. Me, please. The cops should be here any minute. I'm in your hands. Should it come to that. I thought this was all voice acted. April 20th, 9:37 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 3. I am going to put the sound up on the game and pray that it's okay. Right, so do we just autoplay? Should we autoplay? Panicked, palms sweaty. I can admit it. I'm nervous. Ah, good morning. Oh, that hair's amazing. Good morning, sir. You look tense, Justice. Wound up, tight. Wound up, sir? No! I'm loose. I'm fine. That screeching noise, is that your voice? I suppose it's to be expected. The first trial, and it's a homicide. I guess justice doesn't start small, eh? I'm fine. I got up at 5 a.m. to do my Chords of Steel voice workout. I'm fine. Ah, that explains it. I did detect a certain rasping quality to your speech. I overdid it again. As you know, your client today is a good friend of mine. I wouldn't want to let him down, if you get my drift. Drift gotten, sir. I'm all over that drift. As it happens, I dined with him the night of the murder. We can't let this case fall through. Yes, I'm fine, sir. Doesn't it remind you of like Ross from Friends? Like, I'm fine. Okay, one more thing. Don't say you're fine quite so much. I'm fine. People might take you the wrong way. Gulp. Oh, I might do the sound. That was so not a gulp. I'll be preparing our case. You might want to introduce yourself to the client. Okay, who is my client? Apparently everyone in this is like super gay and I'm all for it. My name is Apollo Justice. If it isn't clear already, I'm a new attorney. And today is my first trial. Not that I'm worried or anything. The defendant has been accused of murder on the dance floor. My boss wants to help him out, of course, and so do I. I mean, there's no way he did it. Not him, no way. Okay, first impressions. I'm not going to judge him. I'm not going to judge him because I don't want to be that guy. But if I saw someone down the street that looked with me like that, I would flood my basement. Whoa! Good, huh? Morning. It's all up to you today. First trial, nervous. Meeting him, cardiac arrest. I think I'm supposed to say something. Help. So you're fine. I'm fine. Mr. Fine, is it? I did remember you having an odd name. Well, you're off to a great start. Are you sure you're okay? I mean, with me, Mr. Gavin is a top-notch defense attorney. Good on you, Mr. Gavin. And he's your friend, so why? You'll see. He's a hooker. A proper rent boy. I know it. You can do it. Be confident. I'm really sorry this happened to you. I mean, it's time, shall we? Yes, sir. Oh my gosh. I still actually don't know what the crime was. Okay, I need to focus. I think, yeah, I do need to focus. I as well need. Apollo, focus, man. First trial. Here comes justice. Serve. April 20, 10 a.m. Court District. Nope, that's dyslexia kicking in. District Court, courtroom number 2. Rabble. The court is now in session. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is fine. I mean, ready, Your Honor. Don't panic, eh? Too late. Your name was Mr. Justice? And this is your first trial? I was going to say he's being a bit judgy, but that's his job. Yes, Your Honor, I'm fine. Really? I mean, look at my hair. I'm so fine. Are you quite sure? Your voice sounds a bit strained. Oh, God. Yes, Your Honor, I'm fine. Okay, Mr. Gavin. Yes, Your Honor? I was under the impression that you would be heading up this case. That was my intention, yes. However, a defense attorney must always cede to his client's wishes. That's true. And my client specifically requested Mr. Justice. Well, of course, he wants justice. But to entrust this case to this greenhorn, why? I do not exaggerate when I say that you're the best defense attorney in town, Mr. Gavin. Okay, so Gavin's got trial experience, fine. But does he have cords of steel? Then let's begin. The defendant may enter the courtroom. I don't know about you, but I'm having a moment. He didn't even wear a suit. Maybe I should have wore a suit to my first stream. It was a missed opportunity. This is truly an unfortunate turn of events. Yeah, you're telling me. I'm sorry we had to meet again under these circumstances. Long time no see, Mr. Wright. Let's put the past behind us, shall we? These days, I'm merely Phoenix Wright, piano player. Oh, law. Mr. Wright, how could this have happened? I won't speak of it further then. If the prosecution would be so kind as to explain the charges, Mr. Payne? To think I saw you enter this room, a fresh attorney, and now I'll see you leave in chains. Ah, Winston Payne. Subtle as ever, I see. Ahem. The crime occurred at the Borscht Bowl Club, a Russian restaurant. Do you know what? I'm having flashbacks to the beginning of, what was that movie? Miss Congeniality. Oh dear. Anyway, moving on. The defendant, Phoenix Wright, took the victim, a customer, and he hit him, wham, on the head, smack, killed him cold. That's one hell of a punch, to be fair. A customer at the restaurant, you say? And the defendant, you say he was the pianist for the club, it seems. Phoenix Wright, a pianist? This is the weapon that took the victim's life, a bottle of grape juice. So he wasn't drunk. Grape juice is apparently our defendant's drink of choice. Do you mean grape juice? That was not planned, by the way. That's cooking wine. It's not good. The court accepts the deadly bottle as evidence. Deadly bottle added to the court record. Oh, okay, so there are things in the court record. Grape juice bottle used in the murder. So can I... No, from what note? Something to note, Justice. All evidence is filed in the court record. Okay, I'm having a tutorial right now. Make a practice of checking it frequently. The court record? Right. I heard of that. RB. So the attorney's badge. How long did I yearn for one of these? Just putting it on makes me feel ready. The Smith's autopsy report. Time of death was occurred around 2 a.m. Death caused by single blow to the forehead. So he was in a restaurant. I mean, look at the place. Let's just take a moment here, right? Let's have a look at this. This is the photograph of the murder scene. That wall suggests illegal gambling. This is not a place you'd want to go to unless it's one of those like trendy places that's designed to look like a complete shithole, but it isn't actually a shithole. You know, like Notting Hill. Okay, and then the bottom. Okay. Switch tabs. Oh right. Oh, these are the people that we've met along the way. So we have Christoph Gavin. He is the boss. I'm just going to turn the game audio down a little bit. I have no idea what this sounds like on stream, so we are just going to make it up as we go along until someone visits this live stream, and then I can turn around and go, what was the audio like? And they'll correct me. Christoph Gavin, boss at the Gavin Law Offices, first-rate defense attorney and my trusted mentor. With great hair. Very good hair. Oh, I'm on the wrong... There we go. Go back to the game. There we go. Phoenix Wright. He is the lawyer from the first trilogy of games. He's a pianist. So why is he a pianist now? What happened to him? I thought he was an ace attorney. And Shady... He called himself Shady. Okay, Nintendo. It's not Nintendo. Capcom. Well played. The victim in this case, a traveller, recently back in country, a traveller, Mikey. The prosecuting attorney, for all his experience, he lacks a certain presence, and that's Winston Payne. Okay. Use RB to look. Oh, I just did that. I'm confident in your ability. Excuse me while I just shuffle and make my... I'm confident in your ability to handle this. Right, just use RB. Sounds like it's time for some hands-on action. So, the victim was a customer at this restaurant. But just who was this Shady Smith fellow? He does look like a sheriff in a Bethesda game. We believe he was a traveller, Your Honor. A traveller. According to his passport, he had been out of the country for a number of years. So it was just bumming around. Nothing wrong with that. He had only returned to... He might have been a digital nomad. Yeah, this game was released... This remastered game was released in 2024. Like, this year. And so, we're going to say that he wasn't a traveller. He was a digital nomad. And that he was on TikTok and he made videos about productivity. He had only returned to this country recently, though his place of residence is unclear. It's just staying with a mate, is in between, you know, lodgings. And he has some sort of connection with the defendant. That too is unclear at present, Your Honor. We believe they first met at the Borch Bowl Club on the night of the crime. If they only had... Again, dyslexia, thank you, darling. If they had only just met, then why murder? That is a very, very good question. Why murder? Perhaps the victim slighted the defendant's piano playing? Maybe, maybe not. That doesn't appear to have been the case. No, the motive had nothing to do with the defendant's lack of playing skill. At least, not piano playing. I'll let this photo explain what I mean. Are we ready for this? Are we all ready for this? I just need to check. There we go. Are we all ready for the big reveal? Oh, that's the photo we looked at earlier. See, as you can see, a game of poker was in progress. Told you, dodgy place. They have, look. And he lost. Oh, that was the cutscene at the beginning. Wait a second. Isn't poker gambling? Yeah. That's a crime in and of itself. Oh my gosh. Gambling's illegal in this multiverse? Indeed. It appears our defendant has fallen to become the basest. He's based. Has fallen to become the basest sort of criminal. Is that true that the defendant was engaged in a game of poker with the victim? Yet, it was only that game. A game. Come on, dyslexia. Yet, it was only that, a game. In the purest sense. A competition, Your Honor. A competition, you say? Yes, a test of wits, a silent clash of passions. Only the cards, their backs, some... Shall we learn how to speak English? Let's do that, shall we? Only the cards, their backs, wreathed in the blue flame. There was final outcome. Come again? The cards on the table had blue backs, Your Honor. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present. I'm going to have to read that again because I don't understand what I'm reading. I believe the defense was waxing poetic in an attempt to mystify those present and impress women. If you're a woman and you're watching this now, I want to know, did that impress you? Didn't think so. That will be our first order of business here then, to find out more about this fatal game of cards. Very well, defendant. You will testify to the court about the poker competition held the night of the crime. My pleasure. This is it, my first trial. Here goes nothing. Okay, then. The competition. I'm a pianist by trade. Let me just have a drink. I'm a pianist by trade. Yeah, I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at the poker table. Ah, so he uses it to drum up. It's a hustle. His hustle is he's basically Andrew Tate conning people. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attraction. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attraction. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. That's all it is, a game. And our customers are happy. Okay. So no money changes hands. The judge feels very judgy to me. A pianist who can't play piano. Girl. Better than a defense attorney who can't defend. Okay, that's a bit harsh. Very well. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Right, Your Honor. Don't blow it. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. Are you nervous? I'm nervous. I'm fine. Are you alright? You're sweating balls. Bullets. Bullets? Where? It's a figure of speech, Justice. Your voice sounds strained and raspy too. But like Joan Rivers? My brain feels strained and raspy. You've watched me perform cross-examinations many times, but you've never done one yourself, have you? Care for a refresher? What to do? Should I ask Mr. Gam for a course in cross-examination? Well, considering I have never actually played this game, let's do a refresher course. Better safe than sorry. Yes, teach me. I know nothing. Indeed, your job, Justice, is to be mindful of the court record and their testimony. Look for inconsistencies in the testimony with what the court record tells you. Now, I just want to make a confession here. I have played and I have completed the game LA Noire on Xbox 360. And if you remember when LA Noire came out, that game was very much a case of the facial expressions, you know, and all this was meant to be like next generational, next level, and all of this and the other. You could tell the subtle difference in expressions. Excuse me. If you knew what you were looking for, you could tell the subtle differences in those expressions that enabled you to understand what someone was like. You know what to look for. Now, I didn't think it was that good, the expressions. As in, I couldn't work it out. I mean, I did say I could have a penis in my mouth and I still wouldn't know if someone was gay. But the truth of the matter is this. I guess what I'm trying to say is I'm really rubbish at trying to ascertain whether or not someone is telling the truth or lying. So we'll see how this goes. So when you found an inconsistency, that's when you present the conflicting evidence from the court record with RB. Okay, so when we think they're lying, we have to present evidence that's in the court record by using 500. But I didn't hear anything strange at all in the testimony just now. A good sign that you need to press the witness with LP for more information. So, left bumper gives him a bit of a kicking. Press him. Okay. Look, Don't let the fact that he's a remarkable man hold you back. Get more information. All right, fine. Okay. But isn't Mr. Wright my client? Well, think you can do it? Oh my god. Do you know, look at his hair. He's got like those twisties. You know how like girls used to twist their hair like back in the day? Yes, thank you, sir. I think I can do it. I think you'd better, or we're gonna have a problem. Just remember, find any inconsistencies, any lies in the testimony, and reveal them to the court. This is cross-examination. Learn it, know it, do it. Inconsistencies, lies. As if Phoenix Wright would never lie, and it's up to me to prove it. The defense may begin the cross-examination. Oh gosh. The competition. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at a poker table. But yeah, I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over at a poker table. The room where we play and the competition in there are the club's main attraction. And the competition in there. So basically, right, let's go back. Let's go through the testimony first, and then what we'll do is because now you can go back and forth, work it out where you want to press. The rules are simple. We play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards. Okay, so let's just have a quick look. Can you see how many decks of cards there are here? No. You could turn around and say, well, I don't know why that would be inconsistent. Okay. That's what it is, a game, and our customers are. I said, I think you're telling the truth. See, this is it, the room play and the competition. Okay. Can I, actually, let me just, can I read the autopsy? Estimated time of death, 17 to 145 to 15. Doesn't say anything. And why is this evidence? Oh, is it his? No clues here. There's a number inscribed in the back of the badge. That's what I say when I go, there are many hangovers. This one. To tell you the truth, I get a happy feeling. So this is Phoenix Wright's badge, 19. But I don't understand. He doesn't look at it. So let's just present the photo and see if he says how many.
Objection!
Your Honor, what do you think about the witness's statement? I'm not sure I follow you. It clearly contradicts the thought. Oh, this isn't going so well. You don't sound very sure. So, we play a game of poker. If they say, like...
Hold it!
So, you claimed you weren't gambling. That's right, it was simply a game. I'm sorry, there's poker chips on the table. That is... You didn't bet any money, not even a little. The only thing at stake in our game was pride itself. Oh, well put, Mr. Wright. I've got a mind to play a hand of poker myself. The stakes, your fate. Let me go back to the front. Yeah. Alright, maybe I should just... Time to this testimony again. I told you I'm very stupid. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers over a poker table. There is something about this photo that is not sitting right with me. The room where we play it. I am a pianist by trade, so my real job is to take on customers. But to take them on to do what? I don't understand this. They pay you just to play poker. That would seem to be the case. I'm professional after all. But do I detect pride in that statement? It's just hard for an honest, hard-working member of society like me to imagine. Yes. Oh, Winston just got owned. Wait, what? I've played poker for 7 years in that little room, and I've never lost one. Whoa. You see why the customers come now? No, I can see that. Defeat the undefeated poker champion. Yes, queen. It's quite a draw. So that is quite a draw. Oh, okay, that's what we did. Wait, you've never lost once, not even one time. As I said, I'm a professional. He's played poker for 7 years and not lost one. Okay, is that even possible? The room is the attraction. There is something about this. Okay, I'm gonna try. This is like unconvincing. The witness statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I'll have to fix this. Look, can I just agree with everything he says? I assume that Phoenix Wright wouldn't mind. Okay, shall we just press it? I'm going to press it. Hold it! You can hardly play. Oh, I play sometimes when customers are playing. So I play them one song. That's usually all they want. What's that supposed to be a boast just now? The title of pianist is a mask, a respectable face away from the world. Then why are you really at the bowl club? My real job is to take them and just go to the poker table, the room where they play in the competition. It's there, the club is an attraction. The rules are simple, we play a game of that's it. So we've pressed on that. We've pressed on that. Two decks of cards. Simple motion from kid. If you alternate 2 decks, no one can step in cards. There's something else. There's something else I know. In addition to the cards on the table, there are some on the floor. Thank you. Precisely. Cards on the table, cards on the floor. Each one of them forming a complete deck. Crime scene painted blue by a sad week of cards. But do you you know how it looks to you right then? I was nice. It's poetic, really. Incidentally, we use 2 types of cards at the club. One red and one blue. Okay. As I recall, in poker, you make 5-card hands. I can see how it would be easy to cheat. Yes. A game of hands. My customers are happy. Okay. Hold it! So, you claim you weren't gambling? That's right. You didn't bet any money. I've done this before. I'm having a deja vu. Pride itself. Okay. Right, let's have a look at the history. So his real job is to take it over to the poker. But in other games rigged, that's what I want to know. Then you pay. Then you can just play poker. That would be some question. Okay. Like this one, yes. Your imagination is always a bit limited. Oh, we've done that. He's never lost, not once. Yeah. Quite the draw, blah blah blah. We'll speed through this. You've never lost once, blah blah blah. I don't think that's even possible. Let's have a look at the record. So he said this. We present that. Objection! Oh no, it doesn't. He actually says it shows you. Oh god, I'm so rubbish at this game. I can't believe it. Oh god, I felt those people that subscribed when I started this 41 minutes ago. I am so shit. Right, let's continue. Again, my customers are happy. Hold it! We'll just do the last bit. So you claim you weren't gambling. That's right. But there's clearly chips, but there might have just been play chips. No, there's no cash. Okay, so what are these? Hang on. Wait. If there is no gambling going on, then why is his real job to take people over to the poker table? But I've done this thing. You pay so this they're going the wrong way. Yeah, blah 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 blah. He's like saying he's really, really good at it, but I don't buy it. There's something missing here. have anything to add. I obviously have to present something. I just can't work out. Press harder.
Hold it!
And you press again. Do it. Was I not paying? I think I should have been paying attention. This is press. I'm just cycling through this really quick. Hold it! Well, in the past, things like the black market, there was a lot of deals right there in that room. Together on the table, back feels safe from the eyes of the law. This is new information. Meanwhile, a coon can watch. I can practically do it now. The window does look like it would be good for keeping a lookout. Okay. At any rate, they can. I should be reading this stuff. Right at the top, that's what it's called. Okay. Ah, right. Okay. The order of pressing matters. That's right. It was a simple game, after all. Are you sure? Simple game. You were in the room at the very moment, yet you claim no connection to the crime. Now that's strange. What's strange? I was testifying about the competition that night. Asking me about the crime at this point is against the rules. Of course. I switched here, a cry of objection. I completely let that one slip by. Don't despair yet, just this. Right. There's something I'd like to make clear, namely your connection to the case at hand, and I'd like to hear it from you. Sure, why not? Very well. The defendant will amend his testimony. Just no price. I got myself a whole new testimony. Right, okay. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will never. But I will say I never touched the murder weapon. I'll be pressing on that. Silence. Yeah. The defendant has the right to refuse to testify, and I haven't forgotten everything about the law. But why? That clearly puts you at a disadvantage. And it's your job to turn that around in our favour, yes. Great. Like I didn't have enough to do already. Justice, didn't you detect anything about that? Wait, something you said to bring a little strangely. Just one thing. Now, what was it? When you figure it out, I suggest presenting evidence. Evidence that contradicts the testimony. But why? Okay, better check the court. Lying in their testimony. Okay. Certificates. Press. Okay, here we go again. I'm a pianist by trade, yet I can hardly play at all. My real job is to take on interested customers at the poker table, the room where we play. Other clubs may attract. The rules are simple. Play a game of poker using 2 decks of cards and our customer. I plead silence regarding the murder, but I will say I never touched the murder weapon. Let's have a look at this again. So the autopsy reports, yes. But he said he never touched the murder weapon, but the murder weapon had his fingerprints on it. Which is, yeah. I think
Objection!
maybe it was the bottle of wine. Okay, I think I'm rubbish. No, I'm not. I plead silence around the murder. I was saying I never touched the murder weapon. But this has his fingerprints.
Objection!
Right? But it's got his prints on it. you see. It's covered with the defendant's fingerprints. The music is amazing. Anyway, what's so strange about fingerprints on a bottle in a restaurant? Well, that's true. The prints alone don't prove... Oh, they wouldn't prove a thing if they were normal fingerprints. What? But the fingerprints on the murder weapon were upside down. Upside down? What does that mean? It means he was holding the bottle inverted. And there can be only one reason for that. Oh, here we go. Yes. To brain someone with the bottle. Why did I defense his head? I can't remember. Mr. Gavin, I think things took a turn for the worse. Oh, I see no problem, Justice. Oh, huh? The only thing that matters is the truth. There's a good reason for everything. You'll see. Defendant, can you explain your fingerprints on this bottle to the court? Oh, he looks suave. I stand by my plea of silence regarding the murder. Oh dear, for now. Not very cooperative, are you? This could hurt your case. I'm sure he's uncooperative because he's hiding something. There must be a reason. Your Honor, you seem to have forgotten something. And what might that be, Mr. Gavin? On the night of the crime, who was it who reported the murder to the police? Reported? Well, that was the defendant, Mr. Wright. But still, that... Really, Queen? Yeah, well, according to the case file, the murder was reported from near the scene by a call from the defendant's cell phone. Near the scene? Let's take a look at a diagram of the murder scene. Shall we? We have new evidence, baby. Right, the victim was murdered in a small room in a basement 2 floors down from ground level. Not dodgy at all. Of course, cell phones can't get reception so far down. Very clever. The defendant used the stairs in this hallway to go above ground. The call came from the first floor of the restaurant. Is that like the ground floor? We're going to say ground floor. I see. And this is the phone that made the call. That's an old Nokia. Used by defendant. Added to the record. The defendant could have just fled the scene of the crime if he so chose. Yet, he fulfilled his duty as a citizen and reported it to the authorities. And you claim he is being uncooperative? Nice save, Mr. Gavin. I'd better not waste this. I think the prosecution has toyed with our client enough for the time being. Toyed? I assure you, no one is more serious about... What was it you said? The defendant was in the room the very moment that the crime occurred. How can you possibly know this? That's a good question. How indeed? The answer is simply, Your Honor. The prosecution has a decisive witness. Girl. You're as good as they say you are. As someone else was in the room the night of the crime. That means they witnessed the crime. Everything up till now has been a warm-up, Justice. And I've got no lives left. I'm so screwed. Are you ready? Not really. Very well. The prosecution may call its first witness to the stand. Hey girl. The witness will state her name and profession. Hold on just a moment. Where's the witness? I surmise that she has been frightened by the defense's demonic-looking horns. I mean, yeah. have no fear. If any horns point in your direction, this will cut. Very nice. You are sure? I swear it on my gavel. Please, come up. Isn't violence against hair a crime, Your Honor? Yeah. Well, if you're sure it is okay. Okay. Right, now, the prosecution. Did she just take a photo? To explain the witnesses' paraphernalia. Yes. She's weird. She is a professional, Your Honor. Those are merely the tools of her trade, and that would be, my name is Olga Orley. I'm employed as waitress in the Borch Bowl Club restaurant. Then why the camera? Of course, it is my pride to serve borscht that is naming restaurant. Is anyone, are you confused? I'm confused. But I also perform, how is it said? Other service. I take it one of the other services is taking the customer's pictures. Ta-da! Like, for example, this one. Oh. That's the defendant. Indeed, on the night of the murder. The man in the white hat. Okay. Indeed, that is the victim. Trying to get comfortable. That is the victim. Okay. Are we getting? Order. That's quite the piece of evidence casually dropped into my lap. It is the same way as I drop cold balls of portions up to customers casually. But she's a terrible waitress. Then the court will casually accept this new evidence. Okay, now witness. Where were you at the time of the murder? I was in room. The hideout. Excuse me, the hideout. It is a room where famous gangster bad guy was arrested. His name is Bad Guy. Okay, that is actually. And this room is room where murder took place. What? Your look of utter surprise. It is lovely. I will post my courtroom shortly. Photos. Right. So there were 3 people in the room at the time of the crime. The victim, Mr. Wright, and Mr. Orley are witness. And if Mr. Wright isn't a killer, which that means, very well witness, he will testify to the court about the night's events. That fateful night. That night, customer asked me to deal card or game. It was cold. Both players played with hats on. The victim, he plays the whole time with his hand on a locket at his neck. Locket neck. Then, the last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. That man flew at the victim and is strangling him to death. Strangling. Incidentally, who won the game? Isn't it obvious? The winner was the victim, Mr. Smith.
Objection!
That's ridiculous. Because Mr. Wright can't lose. Maybe you can come up with a more legitimate objection. But he hadn't lost in 7 years. Take it from me, kid. It happens. I didn't lose a case in my first 7 years as prosecutor either. 7 seems to be a number. It's a theme here. Incidentally, I have some evidence here. These are the poker chips as they lay in the very moment at the moment of the crime. The hand and chips on this side belong to Mr. Wright. Those on the far side belong to Mr. Smith. So he got a full house with ace high, with 2 pair of ace. Oh yeah, he did win. Chips, you say? Duh, I mean yes. Imagine that poker is war. Your hand is your army and the chips are the spoils. I know that. After all, in my youth, I was known as the poker head of courtroom number 3. He was gambling. I think he means poker face. Looking at this picture, it does seem that most of the chips are on the victim side of the table. Chip's photo added to the court record. Very well. The defense may cross-examine the witness. I have 1 life. I am so not going to be able to do this. That night, customer asked me to deal cards for the game. It was cold, both players had hats on. The victim, he placed the whole time with his hand on his locket at his neck. There's no locket at his neck. Let's just... The last hand is done. Something terrible has happened. Okay. So, I am going to present the photo with his hand on locket at his neck. Because... See, there's no locket. Can you see a locket? No. Here. Locket. This is probably going to go badly. The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor. Okay. Oh, I don't know. I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. No, that's lies, man. Do I just get a new set of lies? I must be on the wrong track. It's enough. I can see no need for further problem this trial. It's insufficient evidence on the prosecutor's claims. Oh no. And I lost my first trial. Oh. Oh, I think I have to replay it. Retry. Thank you. I still disagree, by the way. I massively disagree. Look at his neck. The victim, he placed with his hand on a locket in his neck, which he hasn't got. There's some terrible has happened. The man for the victim is strangling him to death. But he died from the ball. We'll try that. Is it trauma?
Objection!
Really? Strangled, you say? That's odd. Normal customers only choke on borscht. No, I mean this report shows the victim died of a blow to the head. Mazzoli, really now? Did you witness the crime? Oh my god, she's lying. Actually, that was good. Looking at the picture, it doesn't seem like he was hit. He's still wearing his hat and everything, but there's no locket. That locket thing's going to wind me up. Yet, it is a fact that he was hit, Your Honor. Here's a photo we took of the victims with his hat off during our investigation. Well, that's quite shocking, isn't it? His head certainly was hit. Okay, but I have seen it happen. The defendant, he lunged at the victim. His neck. Oh, really? I think I've caught you on my... Justice. I admire your enthusiasm, but perhaps you should think this through once more. What do you mean? I found a contradiction. There's one thing in her testimony that troubles me. Very well. It seems we should continue the cross-examination. Thinking too much. I definitely suffer from thinking too much and also not thinking enough. It's a complicated life. There's such a thing as thinking about it. Okay. That night, the customer asked me to deal cards again. It was cold, they both wore hats. Done. The victim, he plays the whole time with his hand on the lock of his neck. Then last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. He hit them with the bottle. So she's changed her statement. She has changed her statement, right? We're still going on about the locket, right? Let's...
Hold it!
I want to know about this locket. So, his locket, I believe it was good luck charmer. He gripped it many times as he played that night. Okay, fair enough. Yes, he must have felt as though it might carry him to the moon and to the stars. Though, if it was small enough to fit around his neck, it wouldn't have much lift. The defense would like a clarification. This is a locket we're talking about. I mean a pendant with a picture on it, right? Not a rocket. Of course, I do that. It was probably a pendant shaped like a rocket. That's why she called it. No, a locket is a locket. It doesn't matter. Okay. Fair enough. Hard of hearing or hard of understanding. So, what happened next? Then, last hand is done, but something terrible has happened. After defendant tried to strangle the victim, he hit him with a bottle. Okay. Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do. Right, sir. Leave it to me. There were only 3 people in the room at the time of the murder. The victim. And if Mr. Wright isn't the killer, was it her? Let's have a look at the history very quickly. Take back a rocket. But there literally is no evidence. After the defense tried to strangle the victim, yeah, with the boss.
Hold it!
She's full of it. That clears up. Comes through with the autopsy report. Does it? The defendant made strangled his victim, but then changed his mind and chose a simpler, blunter means to do his job. Yes, that sums it up nicely. So he strangled him, then hit him, just to make sure the job was done. Something's fishy about this. Go ahead. I believe you know what it is you need to do. I don't think there were... I think there were more people in the room. I've got you. I got you now. I haven't. I haven't got it. I don't know what it is. Oh, I have to present the evidence. Objection. Okay, I think we know what we're doing. There was one curious part in her statement, just like that Mr. Gale said. But what does it mean? Justice. Recall the testimony, Your Honor. The victim played with his hand on locket at his neck. I believe she said that. I hope you aren't about to raise an objection to the witness's grammar. No, but look at this photograph. Do you see a locket on the victim's neck? Well done, Justice. I'm impressed. I knew you'd be able to handle this. But what does it mean? If you were to believe this witness testimony as is, then the locket disappeared following the victim's death. Lockets don't just disappear, Your Honor. It's quite simple when you think about it. If the locket is gone, someone must have taken it off, no? True. Taking it off. Wait. You don't mean the defendant wasn't strangling the victim at all? He was taking off his locket. Wouldn't that explain it? Oh, I never thought of that. Defendant, what do you have to say about this? Say yes. I just noticed this, but you have something hanging around your neck, don't you? Oh, you mean this? Yes, it's a locket with a photograph inside. A photo of my daughter. Come again? Mr. Wright, you have a daughter? We confirmed it at the time of the arrest. The picture in the locket is indeed Mr. Wright's daughter. So Mr. Wright has a locket too? Why don't I buy this? This is just a coincidence. I'm with you. It's not just a coincidence, girl. Right now, if the results of this poker game led to the murder, perhaps we should hear a bit more about the outcome of the game. Further testimony won't really be necessary. It's clear the defendant lost. Badly. Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Look what's on the floor. Is that... no, the card that's on the floor. I thought that might be something. Oh. Ms. Orley, you will testify to the court about the gameplay between the victim and the defendant. Okay. Witness testimony. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, it was the victim. For last hand, defendant played with all chips on the table and lose. The moment loss was decided, the defendant grabs the bottle from the table and... Indeed, looking at this picture, it does seem to be a one-sided game. As the court knows, poker was the defendant's life. Failure must have been a bitter pill to swallow. Okay. How many times have I heard these words? I done it in a fit of anger, Your Honor, and now, yeah. It's true. It's true. The judge, methinks the judge watches too many old court movies. Fair enough. Mr. Wright said he hadn't lost in 7 years, so this testimony must be wrong. Okay, let's do cross-examination. The game began with 3,500 points in chips for each man. House chips come in two sizes, small and large. The one who was winning, was the victim. For the last hand, the defendant played with all the chips on the table and lost. The moment lost was decided, defendant grabs the ball from the table and... Okay.
Hold it!
I'm just going to press. 7,000 points. Okay. But I want to know which one's worth what. Because if this, are they like, it's not a lot of chips. Are the chips in this photo all the chips that were being used? Yes, of course. Something fishy. Maybe you can explain a bit about these chips. Oh, hello. Poker chips are poker chips. They're not fish and chips. Oh, I really fancy. For capitalists to understand, 2 types of chips. Okay, so 100-point chips and 1,000-point chips. It's not money though. Just this, sir. Don't you find her comments interesting in more ways than one? Yeah, because I've had... I know where I'm going with this. Could be so kind. Your honor. Okay. One kind of chip is worth 100 points. Others worth 2. So... One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, he wasn't winning. Because... if these are worth if you've got these ones, can you see my mouse? This one here, that is 1,000. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 1,000 chips, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So that's 4,100, and that's 2,900. Mr. Wright was winning that game.
Objection!
Maybe not the round, but the game. So who won? No. A glance, just for safety's sake, could you explain the problem in the court? Of course, Your Honor. In this photo, I see small chips and I see large chips. Tell me, which were worth 1,000 points? Why, the big ones, of course. Duh. Oh, I thought so too. But then the totals don't add up. The totals... Let's review what the witness told us. Each man started with 3,500 points in chips, and the combined total value of the chips was 7,000 points. Yes. If my calculations are correct, let's see. 3 plus 1, carry the 5. They are, Your Honor. Now, look at this photo that allegedly shows all the chips. See. If the big chips are worth 1,000 points and the small chips are worth 100, and you add them up, how much is it? Do it yourself. You won in kindergarten, are you? 10,600 points. The chips don't add up. What? Oh, what? Oh. So all the chips don't add up to the thing. But why? How could this be? Exactly, Justice. Now that you know the what, you must determine the why. Right, there's only one way possible. Some points are wrong, chip counts wrong, both are right. Well, they don't contradict. It just means that he won the round. But he lost the round, but he was winning the match. If all the chips are indeed shown in this photo, then there can only be one answer. Well, what is it? The value of the chip was the other way around. What? Want to know what I think? Come on, Polo, tell us what you think. The small chips were worth 1,000 points, not the big ones. Madness, utter madness. Show me that photograph of the chips again. There are 6 small chips, see, told you, and 10 large chips. Why? That makes 7,000 points when you add them up. Excellent work, Justice, Judy Justice. It's almost as though you figured it out all by yourself. Well, I'm just glad I was the one who said it. But wait, the value of the chips may be different, but that changes nothing. Indeed, the victim did have the larger amount of chips still. Oh, wait, not the... Exactly. If the small chips were 1,000 points, the large... Oh, okay, we're still doing math. Let's do a little math. Add the points up for each side of the table. The victim, Mr. Smith, had 2,900 points and the defendant had 4,100 points. Well, now, it seems that Mr. Wright was winning that night after all. That's impossible. My client had even a less reason to kill the victim. After all, he was winning. Yeah. Now, Miss Ollie, you must have known the true value of the chips since you were there at the scene of the crime, weren't you? Oh, God. Eek. Oh, my Lady Gaga. Order, order. It appears our defendant has lost his motive and Mr. Wright's supposed defeat never happened. We must now ask ourselves whether we can trust... Oh, hang on, hold up. Excuse me, what is it, Ms. Orley? I did not want to be saying this, but actually, you see, let's see what? What do we see? In the last hand, there was a cheat. A cheat? You don't mean a trick? Wait, what do you mean? A scam. Someone called CoffeeZilla. They're all the same thing. Yes. There was cheat in last hand. That's why one game ends with chips as they are. Okay, let's see. This case certainly has taken a turn for the interesting witness. You will please testify to the court. Tell us about this cheating in the final hand. The last hand, both men had a full house. Yes, we saw that. There are 4 of each card in deck from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. Was he cheating? He took bottle in hand, told Mr. Smith. Okay, let's see. I don't know. Why did you not tell the court about this from the very beginning? Because we were playing a video game. Mystery. I thought I smelled a cover-up here. Well, folks, it's time to throw back the covers. A full house is a very high-scoring hand. Not easy to make in my experience. That alone enough to suspect less than scrupulous tactics. Mr. Gavin, what's a full house? Lawyers these days, you don't know your poker. I can't say this bodes well for your case or career. What is this? Some kind of secret court poker ring? Justice. You know the terms 1 pair, 2 pair, 3 of a kind. Yes. Yeah, no problem. 2 cards with the same number makes a pair, and 3 makes 3 of a kind. Good. Now picture a hand with 1 pair and 1 3 of a kind. That is a full house. That's a full house. That doesn't sound easy to make, does it? You can see each player's hand in this photo. They both have full houses. Yes. We forget there's an easy way to make a full house and go undefeated for 7 years. You cheat. The defense may cross-examine the witness. If he did cheat in the last hand, that still leaves one important question. Mr. Wright lost that hand, yeah, because he's got 3 sevens, and so yeah, and he's got 3 kings, heart, club, spade, blah, blah, blah. I can't see anything dodgy. Although, if you look on the floor, is that an ace of spades? If you look in the top of the image, to the left of the bottle, but I don't, that looks like a 2 on the floor. I reckon, is that a 2? And the way to cheat. So let's find out. The final hand. The last hand, both men had a full house. There are 4 of each card in deck, from ace to king. If you look at both men's hands, cheat is more obvious. The next moment, the game becomes argument. The defendant's trick was exposed. He took bottles in hand. Okay, look at both men's hands.
Hold it!
How was it clear? Well, the defendant, he played a 5th ace. A 5th ace? I still remember both hands very, very well. No, but he had 3 kings. Obviously, cheating was afoot, or perhaps I should say a hand. Your Honor, perhaps this can be added to testimony without Mr. Payne's joke. Very well, the witness will add the details to her testimony, please. No, but then that's not the same as in the photo. Three aces. It didn't, look. 2 aces, 2 aces. So we'll present that. I think I get the hang. What this? Ow, ow! I hurt my back last week. I was doing a deadlift and I did my sciatica. I was on Thursday, and what are we today? It's Monday, and it still hurts. So we'll see how long I was planning on streaming for just like a bit, but we'll see how long we go. I mean, I'm literally not streaming to anybody at the moment, apart from my mum, and so, which is fine. But I think because it's YouTube, it's all about the VOD, or it's all about the recording. So, anyway, if you are watching this video and you've made it 1 hour and 32 minutes into this recording, then I will buy a hat so I can eat it, because that is how unlikely, that's how likely that is to happen. It appears the witness is mistaken. Mistaken? But my name, look, this piece of evidence clearly contradicts what you said in your testimony. That's the photo of the chips, is it not? Justice. Perhaps you ought to explain your point in a way that the judge can comprehend. In other words, use your finger to point out the point. Your point. Yes. Please point out the contradiction in this photo. What particular point contradicts the witness's testimony? There we go. Am I good with that? So this is his. So I go here. I'm confused. Point to the relevant spot. Am I supposed to do this? Oh, right. Because it was the kings. There we go.
Take that!
Take that. And party. Okay, Miss Orley. In your testimony, you made the following claim. Miss Smith's hand had 3 aces. But as you can clearly see, the victim's hand only held 2 aces. Well, maybe the witness was simply confused. Perhaps it was the defendant's hand that held the 3rd ace in question.
Objection!
take another look at the evidence. As you can see, the defendant also had 2 aces in their hand. Where's the 5th ace? I see cheating, alright. And it's going on right here in this courtroom. Rabble, 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 rabble. 2 aces in each player's hand does make 4 aces total. Hardly proof of cheating. Wait, please. It is true, I have seen it. The 5th ace. It was cheating, I swear to you. She seems very, very, very insistent. That's odd. She must be lying. Yet she's the most sincere I've seen. Honestly, it's true. You're right to trust your instincts, Mr. Gavin. Who knows what lies in store for us in the trial ahead? Your Honor, if I may, I have a suggestion. What might that be, Mr. Gavin? If you don't mind, perhaps you might examine the actual card. The actual card, you say? Mr. Payne, yes. The player's hands that night were set aside as evidence, were they not? The evidence would like to request... the defense, rather, would like to request that the cards be shown to the court. Very well. The prosecution will submit this evidence. Which will you examine? The victim's cards or the defendant's cards? If these cards don't prove cheating was going on, nothing will. Now, which of these hands is more suspicious? So, I mean, can you look at the court record? So which of those? I mean, the thing that is suspicious is the defendant's hand. Because there's the card on the floor. Do you know what I mean? I have a feeling. But I want to. Because if they say the victim had 3 aces, that's the one that's going to cause this race suspicion, right? Very well. Mr. Payne, if you would, very well. Let's wait and get to it, Justice. Be sure to go for all sides. Okay, Christoph. Try using, turn around. Okay. Let's go. I think we know what's going on. Look at this. One of the victims. That's impossible. But I put that card in Mr. Wright's hand. What was that, Ms. Orley? No. Yeah, I merely said I have equal. Your Honor, Mr. Gavin, yes. Tell me, what is the easiest way to cheat a poker? To cheat, I'll tell you. 1 million needs a friend, comrade, shall we say, the dealer. Wait. So you mean this witness? She's the cheater, a professional, I'd wager. I'm good at catching things. Order. I think we need to, just in case. Right. I'm going to call it there. We are right at, look at that as a cliffhanger. Oh my gosh. if you've watched this video, because I know no one watched it when it was streaming, if you've watched it since then, feel free to drop it a like and subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you'll know when my next stream is. Because right now I don't know, but you can follow me on Twitch. No, on Twitter at Gifford Ant, and I'll probably be announcing on there when I'm next going live. And I tend to give a lot of notice, so yeah, normally about a day's notice or so. I normally when I'm streaming next. Anyway, thank you so much for